International Financial Reporting Standards 15, how to recognize revenue from construction contracts. Basically, at this level, we'll be learning how to treat VAT on advances, VAT in the UAE, which is 5%. We're learning how to calculate VAT on retention and advances. Let's take an example that this is a construction project where we have a project with, let's say, Qatar Airways, project XX, and we assume that the contract started on the 1st of January, on January 1st, and that as of let's assume that the project, let's change it, say the project started on the 1st of September, we'll say 1st of October 20, let's say 31st October 2020, and that as of 31st of December 2021, we had completed 20% of the contract. And let's assume that the contract value was 10 million US dollars. 10 million US dollars. So long. Let me format this. It comes to the currency. Select US dollars. Select the dollar sign. Okay, let's assume that the value of the contract value was $10 million, and let's assume that there was an advance payment of 10% and a retention of 10%. Let me explain this here. When we talk about advance payment and retention, it means that at the level of this 10% retention means that on the 30th of October, when the contract was initially signed, at this level the contract was actually 0% complete. But since the contract was requiring that the customer had to pay 10% of the value of the contract, it means that we compute 10% of 10 million. Multiply this by 10%. We have what? 1 million. And we equally have retention. Retention here, let me make this very clear. Retention here at this level simply means that in construction contracts, there's a certain amount of revenue which is retained by the customer in such a way that the customer will only be entitled to that amount after the completion of the contract. Let's say we have taken the job. This contract is $10 million. That the contract we have agreed with the customer. But I'm saying that the customer wants to have a guarantee that we are going to complete this project. So at the level of us guaranteeing this customer, the customer is saying that if you are very comfortable and if you're sure that you are going to complete this contract that we have given to you within say 2 or 3 years as we have agreed, then it means that we are going to retain 10% of the value of the revenue that you are entitled to. Let's assume that, so any amount of revenue that will be realized at each stage of the project, we realize that 10% of it will not be paid by the customer. It will be accounted for as the retention fee. So basically here, our retention fee will be calculated by multiplying the value of the contract by the rate of the retention, which is what, 10%. So basically we now understand that our retention is what? 10%, which is 1 million, and our advance payment is equally what? 10%, which is 1 million. Now we have agreed that at the end of the first year, let's assume that our reporting period was running from the 1st of January 2021 or 2020 to the 31st of December 2020.